Right, shalom, shalom. Want to give all praises, honor, and glory to
Yahweh,
Yahweh, by Hashem,
Ba'ashem,
Yahushua, by
Yahushua,
Hashem,
Ba'ashem,
Kakadash.
Kakadash.
Double honors to the elders and apostles with great millstone and rule well. And much peace, safety, and blessings to the hopefully elect throughout the four winds, pushing his truth and sincerity and diligence. All right, as the great millstone, Lake Charles, Louisiana camp coming back again with a quick sit down. Well, not quick sit down, but a sit down. Hey, just breaking bread like we was commanded to do, through the spirit and power of Yahweh, by Hashem, Yahushua. All right, and as you can see, according to the times that we're in, Yahweh Shemel Shai is the spirit that's going around of what, man, the Lord proving who his men is. The Lord is bringing his men through that fire, to see who's going to hold tight in each and every individual situation. All right, one of y'all grab me some rock 2 and 5, you know, and because what this thing of ours that we have been called into is a thing of endurance. All right, if you look at all of the men of old, they were all put in tough situations. Yeah, you got it.
2, Sirach 2.
2 and 5. Yeah, the men of old, they were all put in tough situations, man, and that really showed what their characteristics as far as them what really keeping their integrity no matter what. You got it right.
All right. I'm going to start at verse 1.
Okay.
All right, this is Sirach 2 and 1. My son, if thou come to serve the Lord, prepare thy soul for temptation.
That's right. So if you come to serve Yahweh Shemel Shai, you must get ready for this temptation, man. This is when you are called into this walk. It's not gonna be anything like you basically will receive or come into in a Christian pastor church. All right, you can't put off from day to day. When serving Yahweh Shemel Shai, this must be an everyday thing. All right, you must constantly apply these things to your everyday life. And real quick, grab me Philippians 2 and 12. Because this thing it has more of effect and means more when you're not around the brothers. That's when it matters the most. Like Yahweh Shai when he was on the scene and he had the apostles and the wicked Pharisees and Sadducees, they asked him like, why ain't your men fasting? And Yahweh Shai basically let it be known they're not subject to fasting right now while I'm with them. They have no need. But what it matters the most in today's time when Yahweh Shai is not physically with us, in the spirit.
And that's why the scriptures say when Yahweh Shai the scriptures say that it say give attendance unto reading, exhortation, and all these things until I come. Because that's what you're supposed to be doing, occupied in prophecy while he's not here with us, man.
Right.
All right, because the Lord was like, like brother saying, he was like, well, I'm with thee, because he was like, it's in Luke, just paraphrasing that, he was like, is it easier for me, it say, the scripture say, is it easier for me to say thy sins be forgiven thee? Or I think it said, for you to repent or something like that, but it'll be easier for him to say thy sins to be forgiven thee because he was what? He was there with us. All right, and he also say what? Walk while ye have the light here, while it is with you, while you have that time, man.
Right. And these times, man, hey, like I say, it matters the most when you're not around the brothers. That's when you're tempted the most, because what the scriptures say, better is 2 than 1. You have your fellow brother to lift you up. You know what I'm saying? Whenever you go through things, but if you're on your own, hey man, you have a better chance at falling. All right. And it also goes into belief, man, because if you have a weak belief system and not really trusting in Yahweh Shem outside, you're gonna be subject to falling.
Lack of faith.
Yeah, lack of faith.
Philippians chapter 2 verse 12 says, wherefore, my beloved, as ye have always obeyed, not as in my presence only.
You see, and that's the thing. A lot of men come around into this thing and they obey as long as they're around the brothers. And they'll say, oh, I'm doing this, I'm doing that when you're around the brothers. But what are you doing when you're not around the
God, you gotta have this same energy when you're around the brothers and when you're alone, man.
That's right. And that goes to show you that this thing is about being actually rooted. Because Yahweh Shai says that the elect won't be plucked out of his hand.
And that's like when you read the Galatians, it tell you that you can't get out of here on another brother's works, man. Another brother can't get you out of here, but it's also like what the brother's saying about what you do. You all right? I got a precept real quick on that point. This is Isaiah 33:6. And in wisdom and knowledge, like the brother's saying, look, you have to be rooted up, man.
Right.
All right. They say, and that's the point of studying, man, and reading and doing all these things that we're doing, man, so that what? When you're not around the brothers, you're able to stand on your own. You're able to walk in the spirit, man. All right? They say,
real quick, and that just on my spirit, that the scripture, train up a child till you go. You know, you're supposed to be trained up. You know, if you've been around for X amount of months or years, you know, trained up. Of course, yeah, we're gonna continuously grow and flourish, but you should supposed to be a point to where you're rooted, man.
you walk off on your own.
You know,
It's like teaching a baby how to walk.
That's right.
You're not gonna hold his hand forever. All right? It say, in wisdom and knowledge shall be the stability, giving you what? That balance. All right?
Stable.
Of thy times, of your times, when your tribulation come, when your tests come, when everything comes to you, when you're alone, wisdom and knowledge is gonna be the stability of your time, not of this brother's time, of your time, man. It's about what? Standing on your own 10 feet, man.
Right.
All right.
And that's why, that's why the Lord basically dispersed different portions of faith out. You know, to get, the Lord is not gonna put you through something that you can't handle, man. You know. That's why we're part of a body. You know, each part of that body has its own duty or attribute. You know, so you must work on what was given to you.
Yeah.
You know.
It say, and wisdom and knowledge shall be the stability of thy times and strength. What is your strength, man? Your faith, man. Your faith is your strength, man. The Lord is our strength. But how is the Lord able to be your strength? Through your faith. All right, it say, in strength of salvation. Your faith is the strength of your salvation, man. That's what's going to hold you up.
Ooh.
It say, the fear of the Lord is his treasure, man. But that was it on that.
Kind of the fear of his Lord is a treasure. What does the scripture say? Where a man's heart is where his treasure is. So that goes to show you, if you fall out over something simple, all right, or you constantly fall over something, a small matter, you have no fear in Yahweh Shemel Shah.
And if I can add real quick, when you read the Proverbs, just paraphrasing, it say what? It say a wise man that put it on his strength is like 10 mighty men. All right, is no way you're taking him down, man, because what? His faith, he's up there with it, man. His faith is up there. It's no moving them, man. As we read 1 Thessalonians 3:3, it say what? None of us are moved by these afflictions, man, because we know that we are appointed thereunto. It should be no damn reason that you fall out.
Right.
You know it's coming, bro.
Still got some more.
Let
Hebrews.
let the brother grab this and then jump
1 and 2.
1 and 7.
This is Hebrews 1 and 7. It says, and of the angels he said, 1 and 7.
11 and 7. Salaki. 11 and 7. Impossible.
You say what?
9. With faith is impossible. Yeah, 9.
With faith is impossible.
6.
Yeah. All right, Hebrews 11 and 6, it says, but without faith, it is impossible to please him.
You see? So what? When you don't put on that strength, you know, you're not pleasing Yahweh Shemel Shah. You know?
On top of that, it say you're not able to please him. How do we please the Lord now? By sending up our sweet saviors, man. You're not going to do it. Because guess what? You're not going to be around to be able to. Because you didn't put your strength on. You didn't have that faith in your time of tribulation, man. So you fell away. It's impossible to please him now because what? It ain't no shaking back. You can't come back now. Because what? You only get so many trials, man.
The scriptures say the Lord is merciful and long-suffering, but hey, man, you can't constantly do the same shit over and over, man. You know, the Lord is not going to accept that sacrifice. You know? Then if you bring around the same sacrifice, the Lord, like, I don't want to, I'm not dealing with that.
You used to that, man.
You used to it.
That same savior that you bring, you know, you got to switch it up.
Right.
All right.
Got some more on that?
Yeah, they did. It says, I'm going to start it over. Hebrews 11 and 6, it says, but without faith, it is impossible to please him. For he that cometh to the Most High must believe that he is.
You see? So you have to believe. You got to know that Yahweh Shemel Shah is who he say he is. So that goes to show you don't really believe. You don't really trust in the Lord. You don't really believe that the Lord is able to stretch forth his hand and get you through these situations. You know? This is a thing of action, and it's going to be seen. It's going to be seen.
It says, and that he is a rewarder of them that diligently seek him.
You see? What a rewarder, because the scripture said what when you put on that strength, it says what he basically gonna grant them salvation.
Yeah.
That's their reward. You know,
It say faith. It say your strength of salvation. Yeah.
the strength of salvation. You know, you're gonna get brung out of those situations. You're gonna get more wisdom, knowledge, and understanding. You know, you're gonna have everything. What you're basically gonna be made whole.
Made whole, bro.
You know, according to the portion and basically stature that Yahweh Shema Shah wants you to be. You know, because we can do nothing according to our own will. You got it, huh?
I got one.
You got it.
I can read this real quick. All right, this is John 6, and I'm gonna read 60. I'm gonna start at 63. It is the spirit that quickeneth, the flesh profited nothing.
Nah, real quick. Read one more time, Mark.
It say it is the spirit that quickeneth, the flesh profited nothing.
That's right. So the spirit basically made you alive. All right. So if you're alive, you're supposed to be living,
Yeah.
not following and being subject to sin anymore.
Follow
see?
the dead.
So that goes to show you who has the spirit and who doesn't.
It say
That goes to show you. Hey, if Yahweh Shah's spirit basically rests with you, you're not subject to going off and basically being partakers of the world, being partakers in foolishness. You know, eating of unclean things. You got it, right?
It say it is the spirit that quickeneth, the flesh profited nothing.
Right.
The words that I speak unto you, they are spirit and they are life. It say, but there, right here, keep in mind what the brother just broke down and what was said, that what we're living now, man, with this thing, or with this truth. It say, but there are some of you that believe not. After hearing and seeing and receiving life, there are some of you that what? Believe not.
After getting it.
It say,
After understanding it.
It say, for Yahweh Shah knew from the beginning who they were that believed not and who should betray him, bro.
And that goes to show you that this is spiritual Egypt all over again. You know, because after the Lord, that's the same ones in Hebrews when the Lord said, well, he's not gonna, he made an oath that they wouldn't inherit his rest. You know, so just like in Egypt when he brought them through the Red Sea and departed it, how could you not believe after that? You know, hey, how could you not believe after seeing something like that?
So you should be through the roof after seeing.
That goes to show you that this is the same thing happening over and over again. Those same spirits that's subject to going off and leave, they came crept in unawares.
Ooh, I have a piece of one more. This is 1 John 2 and 19. For backing up what the brother just said, it say they went out from us, left from among us, but they were not of us. I'm gonna read again. It say they went out from us, but they were not of us.
Right.
For if they had been of us, they would have no doubt at all.
That's right.
Because what you have faith. What you need to doubt for?
And prior to that, you have been brought into remembrance.
And remembrance. It say they would no doubt have continued. So without a shadow of a doubt, you would have continued walking. You would have stayed in the faith. It say continue with us, but they went out that they might be made manifest that they were not all of us, man.
2 Timothy 24.
2 Timothy.
I still
You got it.
Oh, I was in
read it. This
I was
is
reading.
Philippians chapter 2 verse 12. Wherefore, my beloved, as ye have always obeyed, not as in my presence only, but now much more in my absence, work out your own salvation with fear and trembling.
Work out your own salvation with fear and trembling. This is gonna determine and show you who's putting on as the elect say. You know, or for the elect. You know, put on all these things as the elect. These men characteristics are gonna be put forth, not to boast and be glorified of men, but what, man, to show Yahweh Shema Shah's power, you know, so that the Lord can be glorified. So what, man, obey even more in your absence when you're not around the brothers. That's when you should be doing the most works. You know, uploading videos, making sure that you stand in the spirit. You know, checking in with the brothers and making sure that you're not going off. You know. Hey man, the times that we're in now, you're subject to being synchronized with the body of Yahweh Shemel Shai. And if you're not, man, the Lord is gonna spew you out.
And also tempted in these times. Like,
That's right.
Look what is before us, man. Like, look at the times that we're in, man. Temptation and persecution, all these things, man. You have to know that they're gonna come, man. Are you able to stand? Are you strong? Are you able to stand? You know, not knowing, like, you're not gonna stand alone. You know that what the Lord is with you. But do you have enough faith to believe that? Do you actually believe? You know, because it's like the brother saying about what you do and how you hold yourself up when you're not around the brothers. Because when you're around the brothers, you're being built up. Right. You know, you're picking up things. You're learning things when you're around these brothers. So when you're not around them, you basically put it into your everyday life, man.
You can apply these things.
Hold up. I had a pre-op.
Yeah, yeah. I got. Oh, you got a pre-op?
Yeah, read it.
You want me to go?
Yeah, read it.
All right. This is yeah. All right, I'm gonna read this. This is Revelations 2 and verse 4, because the brother spoke about what that the Lord is not going to. He's long suffering and merciful, but it gets to a point to where you know that, like, bro, you just supposed to automatically know, like, hey, bro, enough is enough.
Hey, start at 3. All right.
It say this 2 and 3. It say, and has borne and has patience, and for my name's sake has labored and has not fainted.
Start at 1.
You want me to start at 1?
Yeah, come on.
It say, unto the angels of the church of Ephesus, write these things, said he that holdeth the 7 stars in his right hand, who walketh in the midst of the 7 golden candlesticks.
All right, go ahead.
I know thou,
Go ahead.
All right, it say, I know thy works and thy labor and thy patience.
That's right. See, this is labor. This is a thing of laboring and patience. Laboring and patience. That's what this thing is about. One of you brothers grab me, Luke. You can keep going up.
What you need, It say, labor and thy patience, and how thou canst not bear them which are evil, and thou hast tried them which say they are apostles and are not, and hast found them liars.
Them liars.
When you read in I think it's 1 Corinthians or 2 Corinthians 11, he say what? He was in pearls of great waters, pearls of all these things. Because we go to pearls, it basically means of danger. And at the end of the verse,
pearls.
Yeah, pearls.
I was saying pearls.
Pearls.
Yeah.
But he was saying, perils. It basically means danger, great danger. But he was naming all the things that he was in danger of by being what, a man of the Lord. God. And at the end, the last thing he said was a false brethren, man. And this verse say what? They were what? Found them liars, man. All right. It say, and has borne and has patience, and for my name's sake hath labored and has not fainted. All right. Nevertheless, I have somewhat against thee, because thou hast left thy first love, man. You got it.
I was just gonna say, when you go into that word fainted, it means to sink, to become sink-hearted, or lose your faith.
Ooh.
To fall, go in that sunken place.
It say, nevertheless, I have somewhat against thee, because thou hast left thy first love, man. And our first love is this truth, man. Sophia, man. Wisdom, knowledge, and understanding, man. This is our first love, and you left it. All right. So watch what the scriptures say. It say, remember, therefore, from whence thou art fallen. Okay. So like we're saying, look, you fall. Okay, cool. Get back up. All right. Remember, it's telling you remember for a reason. Remember the way you fell the last time. You don't want to go back and fall the same way that you fell before. You're supposed to learn from your mistakes, man. I watched on a cartoon. What's the car? It's a cartoon show. What's the movie? It's a movie, bro. And he was trying to show him, you learn from your mistakes. And he slapped him with a stick. And he was like, now go back in that spot. And he swung his stick again, he slapped him with it. So when he caught on to that, he was slapping him with the stick. When he swung that mug again, he ducked. He said, you see, when you're walking in your path, you tend to pick up on what you messed up on, and you learn from it. But you had something to say,
It's like, you got it, right?
Yeah, that's like one of the brothers, they had made a point before, like, that's like you walking down the street and they got a fucking bush and somebody hop out of it, and you feel me, and hit you. The next time you pass by, you gonna learn from your mistake and not get hit by that person that's jumping out the bush, man. You know, you gotta take advantage of every outcome, man.
Right.
You know?
You gotta understand that the Lord put things in our walks for a reason, because all of this is already written, man. The Lord put this. The Lord, it's already, the Lord know if you're gonna fall. The
God.
Lord know what you're gonna say. The Lord know how you're gonna react. He put it there just so when it hits you, now I'm girding you up to show you how not to make the same mistake. I put my servant down there to show you and tell you, don't do this, don't do that. This is the way you handle this situation. When they come again, you know what to do. Pass this test. So when you pass that test, you jump that loophole on to the next, man. But at the same time, you're covering ground. If you keep falling, if it's like track, what they jump hurdles.
Mm-hmm.
If you keep falling at this hurdle, everybody else that's running, they're gonna be at the finish line, man.
God.
And you gonna be at that one hurdle,
Yep.
trying to catch back up.
That's
Hey,
all.
man.
You got it. So like,
Nah, you got it. Right?
that's basically what you have placed before you. How about Shimmy Shai distributing test out?
Mm-hmm.
You know, you getting that test and you keep failing that same test, that same test, that same test. It's gonna get to a point to where you can't take the test no more. You just got to take your F
Take
and
your L.
take the next test. You fall, you fail that one, you get a couple more chances. You know, but if you don't learn from it, guess what? You're gonna be stuck in the same grade. You know, you're gonna be stuck in the same place.
And what they tell you, they tell you what? You got to take this test again. So I advise you to go home and study.
Just study to show thyself approved. Look back on your old situations and see what you're doing wrong.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
And that's why this verse say, remember, man. It say, verse 5, it say, remember therefore from whence thou art fallen.
Right.
And repent. When you fall, repent, get back up, and we going to jump over this hurdle. It
Right.
say, and do the first works. Do the first works, man. Do what you were commanded of, man. It say, or else. So if you don't get up and do the first works, this will happen. It say, I will come unto thee quickly and will remove the candlestick, this truth, that light, out of his place, and except thou repent, man. The Lord will take this from you, man. And then you got bug outs.
Yep.
Now you got somebody trying to switch up the doctrine. Somebody, what the scripture say, the house swept and garnished, she bring seven demons more with them. You know, now you probably doing some shit you never in your life thought you'd be doing. You know what I'm saying?
God, that's exactly how it is. That's exactly how it is. You had the 2 Timothy.
Yeah, you still got that. So 2.
Yeah.
Don't miss what happened.
Yeah.
2 Timothy
Mm-hmm.
2 and 4, right?
What you looking for, Luke?
It was 10 and 2.
This is 2 Timothy chapter 2, verse 4. It says, no man that warreth entangleth himself with the affairs of this life.
That's right, man, because the scripture tell you that where everything that is seen is what temporal.
God.
Temporary. It's only for a moment. So by us having this truth, we have wisdom, knowledge, and understanding to know that these things are not going to be